Hello and welcome to the Well of Being. I'm Melissa Laborsky, MD. Today we are going to dive into one of my oracle decks and intuitively see what cards want to come out and play. So first of all, I'm going to feel into which deck is it going to be? I knew it was going to be this one. I could hear it. This deck, the Pleiadian Oracle. So we'll see if there's any light language that wants to come out from the Pleiades. In addition to this deck, I can feel that they do. And I'm gonna choose a few cards and then I'm gonna shift the position of the camera so you all can tune into the reading for today. So yes, as you may know, I'm just kind of a random chooser when it comes to cards. I don't have any special technique. There's lots of techniques people may use, but the most important thing is that they're in your hands. So I'm gonna do 3 again. That felt really good. 2 and 3. So, all right. So we have the golden egg, dolphin play, and star royalty. So I'm going to shift the position of the camera and we're going to dive into the magic of these cards and see if there's any light language that wants to come through to activate these powerful messages. All right, so this will allow us to have a beautiful angle of these 3 cards and dive into the messages. So we have the golden egg, dolphin play, and star royalty. And I'm feeling, for the moment, that they want to align like this. Make sure you can see the full picture here. Star royalty, dolphin play, and the golden egg. Whew. Okay, super powerful cards. So, beginning with this golden egg. Wow. So first of all, as I feel into the energy of this card, and as a reminder, my spirit has guided me that when I do these oracle card readings, that I am to dive into my intuition and guidance rather than to rely on the wisdom within the book. There is great wisdom within these books, but there's also another level when we allow our intuition to guide us. If you use oracle cards, I encourage you to practice the same. To allow your intuition to come through as well. So I'm seeing multiple things. First of all, I see the orb, and I see a being inside the orb that's lit up, almost like this is the face and this is another light, so coming in from these different levels. And I see this opening to the egg that's flowing out really from the central place of light. And I see all these other layers on the outside, like the egg is contained, almost like these outside layers have been opening. I mean, you could see that as a nest, but also is there another shell or layers that have been coming open? So I think this is another, what I'm feeling into is this is another way of seeing all of us right now. So each and every one of us have this golden egg within us. This golden egg that is our spirit, that is connected inside of us to everything within us, all of our organs, all of our energy lines, our chakras, but it is also connected and always has been to the greater spiritual realms and the energies that are beyond the container that is our body. And the message that I'm seeing in here is that there's been this phase, like when we were in utero, and you could even think of this as like, is this an image of a womb and a developing baby and a womb? We were completely aligned and connected. And we could almost think of this as being an umbilical cord connection. We were completely aligned and connected, not only with our mothers, but with the greater universe and our highest spiritual self. Like, we chose to incarnate. And we were completely aligned and open and a beautiful, peaceful place during our time in utero. After we are born, after we've hatched, we go through this process where we begin to, go through all different types of life experiences where we almost develop amnesia to that. We lose our connection. And a lot of the spiritual journey is about rediscovering. And it isn't that inherent state of oneness and connection of your own spirit with the greater spiritual realms has gone away. It's that you've just lost connection with it. And there's all these layers that might be around that all have their place and purpose because they're about your growth as an embodied spirit. So, there's a timing to when things can open and hatch. We can't force something out of its shell before it's time. But what many of us are going to be discovering right now is that it is time. It is time. So these layers that have been surrounding us, I almost wanted to say protection, and I'm going to let that word come out because they were layers of protection because we weren't ready to fully allow our expansive aligned selves to come out for many reasons. It had to do with external reasons in our environment on the planet, and it had to do with internal reasons for your preparation. Now, all of us are at a different phase in this process, but the truth is that more and more and more of us are going to be feeling this push that it's time to hatch. It's time to open up because we are so supported and connected, and those layers are going to be falling away. So I'm going to leave that for the moment and move on to the play. And there, you'll notice there's also beautiful numbers, so there's numerology and all this too. So we have a flower of life and we have dolphins and dolphin play. So, and there's other images in the background in this card too. So really beautiful. So when I look at this in relationship to what we were just talking about, almost like you could see that some of these energies are surrounding this egg. So lots of overlap here. So knowing as we're in this process of hatching and birthing that it isn't meant to be like, oh my gosh, this is going to be torturous. This next expansion of Earth is really about connecting heaven on earth. And heaven on earth is not meant to be about us being stuck in suffering. We are meant to open in this beautifully ornate, connected, the flower of life and the connection. So, and in a very playful way. So there's a lot of light language that wants to come through, and I'm going to politely request that we finish the card reading, and then I'm going to allow it to come through. Pleiadians. The Pleiadian energies want to be shared. They're so excited to be here with us. So play, 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 play. The play is super key because we are going to be in the process of hatching. There's layers that are coming away, and there are layers that we're going to be pushed to work through in order to fully hatch. And though that can feel like it's very intense, we also have available to us these beautiful supportive energies of connection, alignment, and play that can come in and support. Not only, I'm just seeing like the dolphins like literally helping to move these layers tenderly out of the way using their beautiful squeaks and sounds, the ultrasonic vibrational frequencies, And even like, yeah, I mean, I can even see all the dolphins surrounding and using their cooperative, connective efforts, but in a very gentle and playful way. So, opening up to, as you are in the midst of the process, how can you play with these energies so they're not feeling so dense and heavy? So, that's a big thing that you see here in the space of well-being is how I have used my creativity to express so many different dimensions and so many different angles in a very playful way, in a fun, playful way, in a magical, playful way. So we could use play, we could use fun, we could use magic. So what does that look like for you? Is that, I'm hearing a lot of like childlike. Look at, if you have children, you can witness children and you can see how they do that with such ease. Even I even see that in my teenagers, how, they can be all serious and focused and teenagery, and then they can, all of a sudden, it seems like, oh my God, it's like you're 4 again. They're playing. I had my 18-year-old and my 8-year-old had a makeup party over the weekend. So there's so many different fun ways that we can play and bring play in to support us in our process and not as a distraction. So yes, play can be there when you're just like, I can't do anything. But then that's the thing about play, especially as we, scientists and will witness it in animals, is that the play is play, but the play also is often accomplishing things. It's building connection, it's building relationships, and sometimes it's even teaching different behaviors that eventually become like hunting and learning how to nurture and parent. So play, and connection is so important as we're in this phase of hatching, because this is what I see. Because this is what we're opening to, folks. Star royalty. Star royalty. Wowzers, is this a card? So look at the double helix DNA, the spiraling energy, and then we have this brilliant, beautiful, majestic crown. So what I see is like, this is what's inside the light, that's in the being, that's inside the egg. This is the star royalty. And this is reminding all of us that, yes, we are these carbon-based DNA beings, but interwoven into our DNA is this cosmic DNA blueprint. This cosmic DNA blueprint that allows us to expand and connect to the next level of possibility. So each and every one of us have this cosmic DNA within us. I have a whole beautiful download that was about diving into a DNA activation that you can access at wellbeing.lab. But just briefly, one of the things of my background is I studied molecular biology. I was fascinated by DNA and all of the aspects of DNA and inheritance. And I was studying before we uncovered the human genome. So once they decoded the human genome, one of the things they discovered is that they thought that we were suddenly going to be able to understand everything about humans, DNA, and disease. And what they discovered is there are large stretches of DNA that they don't even know what they do. And even if you do inherit a known DNA pattern for a disease, it does not mean that you are going to have that disease. So there are a lot of other factors. These are called epigenetics. And again, you can learn a whole lot more about that through the download and activation in my website. But the whole point of this card is to remind you that you have inherited this cosmic DNA. It is within you. And the spiral is like, now is the time to open it up, to activate it, to begin to translate and activate those strands of DNA, the cosmic ones that have been waiting for this time and space. This is the time for the coronation. This is the time for the hatching. The hatching is like this level of inside. You've been preparing for this, and there's only so much you can do inside the egg. You have to come out and literally begin to, actively open up these codons and bring forth into the world what this means to have this cosmic DNA actively being transcribed. So what that means is that higher level alignment that I'm always speaking about, attuning and aligning to the level of your spirit. So we speak of that in a very etheric way, but the truth is literally it is happening at every level, spirit, mind, and body. We're literally transforming our DNA and opening it up to this higher level of cosmic expansion that will allow us to connect to other energies that we can use for our own healing, that we can use to turn off certain DNA programs, that we can use to continue to activate our cosmic DNA. And all DNA, it's about DNA is nothing without relationship and connection. So the DNA depends upon the environment it exists in to receive the signal that it's time to turn certain strands of DNA off and certain strands or certain aspects of the DNA off and certain aspects of the DNA on. So, this is really, really powerful. So these cards to me are all about where we're going with this expansion in our reality of opening up to this next level of humans that are able to, where we are fully cosmically realized. That we're stepping into this universe, this beautiful alignment of heaven on earth. And all of us have this potential and this capability. So I'm going to put these cards in alignment. And while we look at these images, allowing the Pleiadians to come through and see what other messages they have for us beyond what has been shared. You've been preparing for this your many lifetimes. You have been preparing for this time and space when it is time for you to hatch into your reality, into this next beautiful phase where through play and connection and love, your humans are meant to open to this next level of what is the universal connection to infinite love. And you must expand your DNA in order to receive this love, in order to connect in order to receive the love in such a way that then you are able to put it into action in every aspect of your lives. We are here to support you in this process. You have support all around you. You have support that is coming from nature. Within everything on earth is about this phase and expansion. Take witness, bear witness to how the patterns of nature are changing. Bear witness to the messages that come forth to you from the animal kingdom. Bear witness to any messages you may receive from your higher self. Aligning, attuning to your higher self is so essential to this phase of opening and connecting to your cosmic DNA. And your creativity. You do not have to be an artist to be using your creativity. Your creativity is how you take these spiritual messages and you put them to work in your everyday life, in your work, in your relationships, and how you parent your children. Bringing your creativity is the spark that helps to align, awaken, and activate your cosmic potential. And Paying attention to the alignments in the stars. Not that you need to be an astronomer or an astrologer, but just bearing witness to the stars, even if it's just through your window, helping to build that connection to support that alignment, remembering that the guides and support and the energies that can help you to clear anything that might be blocking you from creating this alignment is here for you. Here for you. We are so excited for humanity to be in this place of a dynamic evolution, a love evolution. Así que all right. Heaven on earth, folks. Heaven on earth. That is what this next phase is all about for us. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me for this oracle card reading. There'll be more coming. And if you are feeling like you might need a little more one-on-one guidance, tune in to wellofbeing.love. Have a beautiful day.